Hey guys, looks like we made it through the first week of Schoology and learning at home. It has been a struggle for me here too, just so you know. I keep making changes all the time on Schoology, so you may notice things disappear and then reappear, or your grade looks funky for a while. But don't worry about it. If you are worried, you can always send me a little message up here in the message box or on Remind. I wanted to just show you a couple things. Some things have changed a little bit on here. When you first get to my page, you will see here the announcement is gone that I did have here, but there will be a new one once I actually put it up there. You'll still see my Introduction to Schoology video, which I might remove, but it might be good for some people who are maybe a little bit behind. And then you will see week one Weston Game chapters 1 through 4. The folder is now red because we are no longer on this week. We are now on to week 2. So here we have, look here, week 2, the Weston Game chapters 5 through 8 start here. So for those of you who don't know what to do, look at the big green box with the arrow. I know you miss my sarcasm. So you will click on here. And things have changed just a little bit. First of all, you'll see nothing's published right now, so you won't actually be able to see this until tomorrow, Sunday. But I wanted to get it in here so that you would get a chance to see it. So you'll see here the plans. These are the ones that the school requires us to give you, just so you can kind of see what the basic plan is for the week. Look at it if you'd like. It has the learning target on it. Also has some directions down here. Then the next thing is a weekly video, which is what I'm making right now. So when you click here, this is what you are seeing. Then you will go here, see the directions. Directions have changed slightly because we have added some things in. We now have everything in order here that you need to do for the week. You need to go in order. Okay, let's go back. We have new this week are summaries for last week. So here we have chapters 1 through 4 summary, and that is everything that's kind of happened in the Weston Game up until this point, which we will talk about in another video. But you can read through this so that you kind of know what's going on in case you've forgotten. Then you have the Weston Game Dictionary, which remember, this is where you're getting all of your definitions for your dictionary detective. You are not getting them from a regular dictionary. You're not making it up. You're not guessing. You're literally going here where I have taken the time to type up all of these really short definitions. So that is where you should be getting your definitions from. For this, which is the Dictionary Detective. This is a little bit different than it was last week for some of you. Some of you already had the changed one. But this week it looks like this. According to the Weston Game Dictionary, the word inscrutable means, and then you will type it in here. So it's a little bit different than last time. If you don't type it exactly as it is in the Dictionary Detective, it will mark you wrong. So you're going to want to make sure you are doing that. Next is the novel. The novel is here for you to read. It opens up in a PDF just like the dictionary does, which looks like this. So you can choose to read on here if you would like, or you can choose to listen to the audiobooks. Now, I have made some changes to the audiobooks this week. I made it so that it was the CD. And I really like the CD because it has the different voices of the characters, so you can kind of get a little bit about their personality by the way they talk. So here we have chapter 5, it's 12 minutes and 16 seconds long. Chapter 6 is 7 minutes and 22 seconds long. So you can see how long you're going to be sitting there listening. And chapter 8 is really long because it's the reading of the will, I believe. No, actually, the reading of the will is up here. So it's divided up into 2 sections. Okay, so it is a little bit more reading this week than last week, but you will see again that it has the actual novel in front of you that is then being read aloud. You can't hear the volume right now, but that is how it is there for you. I would personally do that. That way you can hear it and follow along. It seems easier to me. Then there is something new. We have a Quizlet here for vocab because kids were having trouble with it. So Mr. Miracle and I created some Quizlets, and you can go through and do the definitions. And remember, there are only 6 of them. So you will do that before you do the vocabulary study for chapters 5 through 8. It is similar to last week's vocabulary study, drag and drop or matching. So it's not you having to type anything out. Then there is a Quizlet for the actual quiz. I would switch it down here so that you start with the definition if I were you. That way you can see like how much money is each pair given to start the game. And the answer is $10,000. Okay, so that will help you do better on the actual quiz. Now the quiz, you have to earn 75% on at least in order to have it checked off the list. If you don't earn 75% on it, then it's not checked off. And you'll need to go in and do it again. Now, sometimes it's a little wonky and it does some other stuff that it seems like it won't let you in. If that happens, just, message me again up here from the top and let me know. And I can kind of walk you through it because sometimes that happens. And then the last thing, again, is your weekly class check-in. You have to do this every single week. It is your attendance. This is how I know that you were here, that you did what you were supposed to be doing. It is the last assignment. All right. Now, you do not need to put on here that you want me to contact you in the next day or so, unless you really do want me to contact you in the next day or so. And then what did you need from me if I contacted you? And then what's on your mind today if you want to answer that. And then submit it down here. You do not have the week's work completed until all 9 of these things have been done. Okay, so they're numbered in order. Now, once that happens, then you will earn a badge, which yours doesn't look like this, but over on the side of the screen over here, you will see on your own page badges. And for the kids who completed all of the activities for week 1, they got the Westinghouse Witch badge, which is a little witch here. And then there'll be another one for this week, and there'll be some other ones. So it's kind of a way for us to keep up with you making sure that you've completed everything that you need to complete. Okay, so that is what you need to know about the folders this week. Again, down here, the dictionary is also out here. It's in the file for everything for the week, but it is also out here. So is the novel, and so are the audiobook chapters for last week and for this week. It will be published by the time you are actually hearing this. And then there are some extra resources in here. This has mystery elements, 2-minute mysteries, introduction to the Weston game, some information about the Weston game airs, which I'm going to go through with you in another video. And last is introduction to Schoology. So that is about it. Now, over here, you'll see things that are incoming, upcoming things for you. Now, remember, I have office hours every Monday and Wednesday from 12 to 1. And to do that, you just go over here to conferences and click on that. And then you just join the conference. Now, that is not mandatory. It is not a fun Zoom thing. It is for you to come to if you have questions for me about what's going on or you need clarification. It's not just to come and hang out. We will do that a different time. Mr. Miracle and I did a Zoom this week with Kahoot, and we had some Kahoot on the Weston game, and then we also did some on movies. So we're going to do that again for week 2. So watch for that in updates here. This is what it looked like. We had a little Zoom competition. And it will also be up here. I'll also send it out and remind and put it on Instagram. Maybe I can even put it over here. But office hours are Mondays and Wednesdays, and right here you have your activities are due by Friday at 11:59 p.m. Now, if you don't get it done in that time, you still have to do it. So make sure you get it done. It just will be past the due date. Okay. Remember, message me up here with any questions, and enjoy week 2.